Hello, welcome to Flower Juice. My name's John McDonald, and it's really nice to be back after a very busy Christmas period and New Year period as well. So we're in a little bit of a different location, but today I want to make a video using this container. Now, one of my flowery friends gave me this, and I just love it because it really reminds me of when I first started out with flowers and working for a lady who taught me so much about flower arranging. So this is very much a classic sort of arrangement, and I just wanted to use it. I think whenever you get a new container, you really want to just use it. So I am going to use a little bit of floral foam. Now, if you're wanting to be environmentally friendly, you can use the new eco version of foam. I've just got this little offcut left, so I'm just going to use it up. But I will be moving over to the new eco foam, which is from Oasis, which is plant-based, which is better. So we've got our floral foam as our base, we've got our candlestick essentially as our container, and flower-wise, what I have is I've got quite a nice mix. I just wanted to get things that were easily available, so I've got some tulips, I've got some kind of safari greenery, which is essentially kind of like a South African bunch. And this other mix is really some beautiful little spray roses, some chrysanths, a little bit of hypericum, a little bit of eucalyptus. And that's all we're going to use. Because this isn't a big container, we don't need lots and lots of flowers. So let's get started. I'm going to put in our elements that are biggest first, which are going to be these little protea. I don't really have a set idea in mind. This type of container used to be very much the kind of Hogarth curve sort of container. So we could kind of try and emulate that a little bit. So the good thing about using materials like this is it's going to start to set our line and give us a little bit of structure that we can then put our flowers within. Because this protea is like our special flower, we're going to put that in early on. And also, things that have thick stems are always worth putting in nice and early. They're easier to place and it's easier to work with. Now, I have some beautiful eucalyptus that we're going to add. And you just have to really look at your materials and decide what line they have and how best to place them. So some things have a definite line within themselves. So what I want to do is I want to kind of bring things this slight Hogarth curve sort of way. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep things a little bit short, more here, and then we can come up and round. So yeah, Christmas for me was very busy. I actually was working full time, and I just didn't have time to do what I normally do. Uh, but it was really good to be working, and yeah, now Christmas is over, we're getting back to normal, which is better. So we are going to keep this quite loose and natural feeling. So flower wise, I think we'll put our tulips in. Now, tulips are one of those ones that will move with the light. So if that's something that you don't want to have to deal with, then you could avoid putting tulips into an arrangement. Personally, I quite like the fact that they do that. So I'm not going to worry too much. I think what's nice about them into this design is that it's going to make it feel seasonal. So we have got past Christmas, and now is a good time to start thinking about spring. Not necessarily full on spring, but we can just have a little hint towards that with adding the tulips. So you can see that I'm beginning to build this line with my flowers. Our other main flowers are actually these chrysanths. So I think what we'll do is we'll put them in quite early on as well. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to split these down. So I want to get, like, out of that stem, I've been able to get 3 units. So we've essentially got a tall unit, which I can use for high up, and like a unit like this we can bring out into kind of medium space. And then this sort of unit I can use more in the centre or more towards the centre area. Now we might not need all of these. So you really need to look at your materials and see how best they're going to work in what you're planning to make. So what you're looking for is the natural line within them, the possibilities of cutting them and using them. And also the possibilities of splitting them down. I'm just going to empty a little bit of water out of this. This type of container doesn't hold a lot of water, so it's one that you would have to keep an eye on for maintaining and just give it a little top up every day. Right, I think we'll come back to that. I do have some of this wonderful foliage, again the South African sort of foliage. So we can bring some of that in. Now if you want to get a really curvy, you have to look for materials that have those lines within them already. It is possible to bend things. Now, I've just taken that little bit through the back, and that really helps the line. It takes your eye through and will make things a little bit more interesting. These, I don't know what these are, but again, they're part of that South African mix. So I think these colours work quite well with this container, and also that feeling of being slightly more antique-y. But you could use any kind of colours. So it depends where you're going to put your flowers, essentially. Now, I think we will bring in some of the roses. So these little roses are perfect for this type of arrangement because we can split them right down. The other thing as well is they have a little bit of foliage. So that is adding to our foliage without us having to overuse foliage. I think that was something I learned over the years, is just how much we probably use too much foliage when we don't need to. So it's always worth placing some of your flowers first and then add foliage as you need it, as opposed to making a full framework of foliage and then finding that you actually use more than you needed. So this year we're going to continue making videos, and we're going to have a mix of videos. So if you have any suggestions, we always love to hear them. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're able to do every suggestion, but we do definitely write them down, and when we get that opportunity, we will try and do them for you. And it's interesting to hear what you've got in your mind as to what you would like to see. Also, let us know in the comments, what did you get up to at Christmas? Did you get a chance to be flowery, make your own decorations? We'd love to hear. So we're really building this up and going for that kind of antique-y sort of look, that kind of traditional but nostalgic sort of look, I suppose would be a good way of putting it. Obviously, if you're doing this at home, you can really just take your time and enjoy the process. What to do is just look for your materials. Like when you've got something special, it's like how best can you show it off in your design. You don't want to make things and your nice bits get hidden, or so like putting this one here takes your eye to this side, but then having one over here just continues the rhythm of that, which is nice. Now I'm going to put a little bit of foliage around the sides and the back. Though it is not a bad idea to leave a little space for watering. So now I'm just going to have a wee look. Yeah, I like this. What I want to do is just have a look and see for the centre here is just take a couple more chrysanths in to bring a little bit of weight into there. But also, even under here, just helps with that shape and that line. Like that piece that I've put here now, from the front, you're seeing a glimpse of it, and it's giving that little bit of weight through the back. And giving it a bit of depth. Now, just because we have flowers doesn't mean we have to use all of them. It's quite okay to stop at a certain point. And that's something I just need to keep an eye on and work out. And if you have got flowers left, you can perhaps make a little secondary piece that would go with what you're doing. Might be quite nice. I'm going to take off this leaf. It's just too heavy. And I think that is us. I do have some roses left, but I don't think we want to necessarily, well, maybe bring one into here. But I think we're pretty good with that. So what we've done is we've found a classic container, and we've taken the opportunity to start the year by making something that's just fun. So this is what flower arranging is all about, or flowers working with flowers is all about. It's doing the things that you love, putting something together and having fun with it. So it's about being hands-on. And what better way to be hands-on than getting a new container that might be a repurposed container or a classic container and just putting a nice arrangement together. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Let us know in the comments below what arrangement you're going to make to start your flowery year. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed the video, it would be a real help to our channel if you could. So thank you in advance for doing that. So until our next video, take care and we hope to see you soon.